If your close rate isn't where you want it to be, one of the biggest reasons might be because you yap too much on sales calls. I say this as someone who has a lot of experience with this. I have lost a lot of deals over the years. Like in the past 10 years, I've probably lost like $1 million plus in deals purely because I spoke too much on the sales call. Now, it's important to speak on the sales call. You have to, obviously. You know, there's some rapport building, there's pitching the offer, there's getting to know the prospect situation, there's having an understanding of how your solution actually helps them solve their problems. But there is such a thing as talking too much. And I even had a sales call, like, not even that long ago. Like, to be honest, it still happens to me, where I'm like, man, I think I talked too much on that call. Because a confused mind never buys. And one of the biggest ways that you might end up confusing someone or overwhelming them on the call is by talking too much about the offer, talking too much about what you can do and how it works and all the steps involved, especially if you have a lot of steps involved. One of the things that I've done over the years is figure out what are the most important things that someone, when I'm talking to them on the phone, needs to know. What are the most important things that I need to know in order to help understand whether or not what I do is actually a fit for what the person needs. And then anything else outside of that can ultimately wait. It can ultimately wait until you're already working with them. It can ultimately wait until they're already in your offer, you're already in the service, all of those things. So if you're finding that you're getting on the phone with people and you're not closing at least 30%, I would go back and listen to your calls and really make sure that you're in at least a 60-40 situation where you're talking 40% of the time and they're talking 60% of the time. That's how you ultimately want it to be. There is a time to yap and there is a time to be quiet. And on a sales call, it is mostly time to be quiet. It's time to ask the right questions and it's time to listen more actively. And pretty much until you figured out exactly what problems they need solved and exactly how you are going to present how you will solve them. So for me, my biggest ones are they need to be using social. I need to cover that to like get customers. They're running ads, or they're doing it organically, and they've got some kind of offer that they're selling either off their personal brand or some kind of business brand. Those are the things that I need covered. And then they also have to want to make more money. They have to want to be more profitable. And that's basically it. Those are the things that I need them to know. Because I've been on calls with people before where they actually don't want some of those things. They might be part of the criteria, but they don't want those things. So part of the balance you need to strike is how much you should be talking on the call. So go back, listen to some of your calls, specifically the ones that didn't close, and ask yourself, are you talking too much? And where could you pull it back and make it more about what they're saying and less about what you're saying? If you want to find some of the leaks in your funnel and figure out where leads and customers are dropping off, feel free to get a funnel diagnostic. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, feel free to apply in the link below. I'll see you in another one.